What's going on, guys? ETIKA from the ETIKA World Network here, and today we are going to be covering a Reddit article which brings up a very interesting point about the character selection screen on the 3DS. Now, let's go to it right now. Big shout out to Zungryware who posted about this. Very interesting article here. It was posted about a day ago and has currently 655 upvotes, and I thought that it would be interesting information to share with you guys considering all the hype. As we all know, I don't even have to reiterate this really, but you know, Smash Ballot. It's basically the main thing, and I know a lot of people have been asking me when I'm going to do my top 10 ballot. Probably before the weekend is over. I'm really trying to get back on top of this shit, so I mean, I'm feeling great now. That trip is kind of like a real nice release for me, you know? Anyways, so let's get into what this article is talking about, because apparently the character select screen, even though it looks pretty damn full on the 3DS, it can actually fit more characters in there and not be distorted. So here we go. I noticed that the characters on the 3DS character select screen may look square, but they are actually 40 by 44, that's pixels. So I just shaved off four of those pixels to make room for an extra column, and it looks surprisingly good. This setup allows for 6 new characters, which would make both versions have perfect rectangles, and as you can see right here, he has a damn good point. So now, some of you may be a little bit confused by that statement. When he said that he was going to shave off 4 pixels off of the character select screen, when it does 40 by 44, that 44 represents the width of the character select screen icon. So when he shaves off that 4 pixels off of everyone's character select portrait, it makes enough room for 6 more character slots in here. That is fucking crazy. And it would most likely be limited to only 6, because once you shave off those 4 pixels, the character portrait size goes back to the, being 40 by 40. And this makes so much sense, because when you first get the 3DS version and you have no one unlocked, the portraits are actually massive, and they do change size regularly every time you unlock a new character or download a character from the menu. So it's exciting to see that this kind of thing is possible. All the portraits now are perfect squares, unlike before when they were 4 pixels bigger in width. I'm excited about this. So let's look more in detail at the article. You can barely tell that I removed those pixels. Besides, many characters like Pac-Man and Kirby. I rearranged the character select screen similarly to how it currently looks, with DLC at the bottom and the clones and the third party at the end. I think this looks so much better than making a page 2. And I totally agree. This probably is going to be what happens when the newer characters are revealed. It makes a lot of sense when you look at it like this, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't say necessarily that I would limit it to only 6 characters. Potentially there could be a page 2, although we saw that those icons that were meant for another page were for the for the stage select screen rather than the character select. It wouldn't be fluid, I suppose, if there were characters that were on a whole other screen all by themselves. So this makes a lot of sense, and this is probably going to be the case as we saw this happen from when you first get the game. Do you guys agree with this theory that there are 6 potential new characters that could be made available in Smash for 3DS and Wii U? This kind of supports it, and I believe this 100%. Obviously, we know that there are more characters coming, and as many as 6, I can take it. I mean, I do think that Sakurai is going to stop making DLC characters eventually, maybe within the next year or 2, but when that does stop, I'm expecting a pretty damn big significant amount of characters, maybe even more than 6. I mean, he said at some point he was going to stop, which is why I'm saying, like, hey man, there's a very good chance that there could be more than 6, because within a span of 2 years, I mean, would he only release 6 DLC characters? Probably, maybe. How many will we get from the ballot? 2. Maybe we'll get 2 more next year, and then 2 final ones. It makes a lot of sense. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think about this. Take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourself a damn good one.